Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Google Sites right from the beginning. And of course this is the Google page that you always go to when you start looking for stuff. And you can see down here I've got embedded a Google Sites icon which takes me to a specific page where all my stuff is, and it's really good. But let's start from the beginning. And the best way to do it is to look at this, and that's going to Google Drive. And you'll see here in Google Drive that I have a lot of different folders that I've saved stuff in. And I keep one specifically for my websites that I create in this system. And if we go down here, we come down to here, we go to websites, and I click into that, you'll see I've got a load up there. Some of them are in folders where I've got additional information that I've kept that I want to put as part of the site, backgrounds, some folders or whatever. But then I've got the normal ones where I've got just the file itself. And you can see here that I've got a load of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one up in this folder so I can find it again quite easy. And the way to do that is to go up into New, go down to the bottom of the drop-down icon into More, and then you'll see down there Google Sites. And that's the one we want. Now, when Google Sites comes up, it creates a new tab, puts the untitled name up, and then creates the page and everything else you want on there. Now, what do we need to do? Well, the first thing is we need to name this site. So what we'll do is we'll click onto that, and it highlights the whole thing. I'll put this as Skays Test 1. Now, as soon as I click out of that, you can see it puts it up in the top left-hand side. If you don't like that, then you can take it off and move it and do what you like with it. It does not matter, and I'll show you that when we start to look at this. The next thing we need to do is to make sure that we've got the right page title up. It doesn't have to be the same as this because that's the title of the folder, not the web page. So, but I'm going to keep it the same. So this is Skays Test 1, and you can see it's a nice little text box. The text box is centered, and the moment I click out of it, it's done. Now we've got, in this particular system, we've got a series of ways of working, and it really starts with this bit, which is the header which you're given, which is a sort of block of area that you want to do, and you can go onto it and you can highlight it. You can see there's a little blue line just about around it. That's the same when you go into any other piece of text. But in this particular case, it's the image one, and it's set up by Google to help you out. We can look at the header type, where we can look at title only, or we can look at a banner, which is the one I particularly use. And then we can use the very large banner, which I don't particularly like, or we can cover it and put the whole site down. But that's what we need to do. That's the one I particularly like. Now, if I click out of that, it goes away. And if I go back, then I can go into change the image. And on the image, I can put up either selected image from the different ones that Google give you. And you can search on the internet or wherever on your Drive, your albums that you've got with Google Photographs, and just choose one. I often use that one. No, I use that one quite a bit, which is quite nice. And if you select it and go into it, then it'll change that. And what it'll also do, if you look over here, it'll format the text for the background. So that's pretty cool. So I've now got myself a nice little Google site set up, and everything's absolutely the way I want to start working with it. And I'll show you how we do that in the next slide. But in this one, I'm just going to go out of it, just check that Skays has been saved up there. And there it is. Look, Skays Test 1 has now come up into that site, all saved up for me and ready to go. And all I need to do is to click on that, and it'll go back into it, and I can carry on working with it. And that, as they say, is the next subject.